Hi everybody. Before we get started, I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. It is New Year's Eve. I just want to take the time to wish everybody the best possible 2025 they can have. I'm expecting some really big things myself for my year, so stay tuned for that. We all know about the Great Divide Mountain Bike Route, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, let's get into this review. All right, so we came out today to talk about my fork bags. I kind of haven't really mentioned much about them. I know I've talked about them in my camp kitchen video, but I really have never made a video about them. And really the kind of reason for that is because they're almost nothing to think about. They've been totally bomb-proof. They've lived up to what they're supposed to do. So I thought, you know, like people are looking for good quality stuff. And the truth is, these are not expensive. I cannot believe how inexpensive they are compared to the rest of the gear that we're kind of purchasing these days. It tends to be a little exorbitant in cost and tends to kind of put a lot of people off when it comes to getting gear. So I thought, you know what? I want to let people know about these Salsa fork bags because they're a good price and they're a great quality product. So let's get into it. All right, so first of all, the volume on them is 3.35 liters. They don't really talk a lot about what the material is. If you go on their website, it's really lacking in technical specs, but this is a ripstop material. It may be Cordura, I'm not totally positive, but in almost 5 years it has held up flawlessly, so it is a great material. Been through all kinds of stuff where I've gone through tight single track and had branches scratching off it, ripping at it, so no visible signs of scratches or tears or anything. The buckles themselves have held up fantastic. Sure, there's some fading on the materials and that from the sun, but I'm not too worried about that. That's more a cosmetic thing. You can buy UV protector spray that kind of just helps things from fading. UV is also damaging to the materials over time too, the waterproofing aspects of the materials and stuff like that. So I've never used the UV protector spray, but it probably isn't a bad thing. So the also nice thing too is it comes with these rubber straps. These straps have been awesome. I've gone through the Titan straps. I've gone through a couple sets that I use to keep my tent on my front rack. But these Titan straps, they're only 20 inches long. If they made them longer, I would get them for other purposes. But they have held up well. There's zero signs of cracking or the rubber getting rigid or anything like that. They've held up really, really well. So definitely the straps in themselves are wonderful. So and then as well, what I really do like about them, guys, is this molded bottom. It's a TPU bottom. It's molded so that when you put it down, it stands up, stays solid on the rack. It's just a really nice feature to me to have that. It's just really good at keeping everything secure. When you put stuff in that's round, it's really nice for helping it keep its form as well as protecting the bottom of the bag as well. Again, no signs of any delamination from the TPU bottom to the material itself. Absolutely awesome. And as you will see, they in conjunction, they are sold separately. All right, I'm not sure. They may come as a total kit that you can buy. But before I go any further, I do want to mention the price of these Salsa bags. And I'm going to give it in US price because you do have to order it from what I can see directly through Salsa. And the price of these are $37 US, guys. That's absolutely insane compared to what you get for the dollar. It's definitely worth it. So highly recommend these bags for sure. I'm going to go over what's in them in a second. I just really want to quickly talk about the fork cradles that they go on. So like I said, these are the Salsa Exp Anything bags, and they go on the Salsa Exp Anything cradle. So yeah, it's a lot. I think they could probably have done themselves some favor by shortening that name down. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but it is what it is. So like I said, they go on the fork bags, on the fork cradles, and they are the same thing. They're made out of a fiber filled nylon. So they're really strong. I've had them for 5 years. Again, really, really, really strong. Like no issues whatsoever. Like I don't have a suspension fork and they've taken some hard hits. Never a thought. No rattling, nothing. Very, very, very secure and strong. I think the recommended total weight for each rack is 7 pounds. Let me double check that. So the recommended weight for the fork cage is 6.6 pounds, so just about 7 pounds. I've really never even come close to that. I probably keep about 3 pounds in each bag, and as you'll see, it's just all my cooking gear, so nothing really heavy. I don't want anything too heavy on the fork because it can affect your steering, but at the same time you want to keep that weight a little further down, which these definitely help to accomplish. So definitely recommend the whole series. The price of the cradle themselves is actually even cheaper than the bags. It's 35 USD. So for around $70 US, you can get yourself the whole system, both cradles, both bags, and they are awesome. So highly recommend this system for anybody looking for some good fork bags. So right now I'm just going to go through what's in them. I'm not going to talk about each item. If you want to check out some more in-depth detail on each item, you can check out this video up here, or you can see the thumbnail in the descriptions and click on that to get a little more in-depth detail on each item. I'm just mainly talking about the bags and then what I'm putting in them. So let's get into it. All right, so let's get into the contents of the bags. We'll start with this bag, and in this bag I have my Jetboil, and this is kind of going to be my only knock on this bag, is that I think it would probably be slightly better instead of 3.35 liters if it was 4, maybe 4.5, because the only problem I have is my Jetboil. As you'll see, I got to take the lid off, and then I got to slide it out like that. And no, it's not the end of the world to have to do that, but if it was just a tiny bit bigger, it would make all the difference in the world. So this is my Jetboil. As I said, I keep that in there. Had this for almost 5 years as well. Awesome. And then under that, I have what is called a twig stove. I'm not going to get into that. It's kind of exactly what the name implies. You use small branches and twigs to start a fire in it, and once it's going, it works great, a lot like a gas stove. I haven't been carrying that a lot, but I think I'm going to carry that on the Great Divide mountain bike route for just in case I run out of fuel or the stove breaks or something like that. Definitely don't want to miss out on my coffee, so I need to have something to get some hot water, some boiling water. So I am going to start carrying this with me. So that is what's in this bag, and I will get into the other bag. And just for reference too, for people who are newer to this, one thing to keep in mind with the bags is that you just don't want to stuff anything in each bag. You want to try to keep a mindset to keep the weight distributed equally amongst each bag, and that goes for your rear bags as well, your panniers. It's really crucial to try and get that weight equally distributed, so when you're riding it doesn't feel weird, especially in corners and stuff like that. If you have too much weight on one side, when you turn, it's going to feel like it wants to pull you that way, and it's going to really affect your bike handling, so keep that in mind. All right, so in this bag, I have the ever important French press. Cannot live without that. And then under that, I have my pot, which doesn't want to come out right now. So under that, I have my pot, my solo stove pot, and inside the pot, I also have my gas canister. So that all fits conveniently in here. So twig stove, Jetboil stove, pot, and then my French press coffee maker. So that's everything that goes in here. All my basic kitchen stuff ready to go and ready to rock. So really, definitely a good system. Like I said, if I had to give some pros and cons, I like everything about the bags, and the only con I have is that I wish it was just a little tiny bit bigger in diameter. I have a feeling that some of the other stove systems, in particular Jetboil, are gonna have trouble fitting in here, but it may just be this system, so I guess I can't totally blame Salsa. But yeah, that is the only knock I can think of on these bags at all. They have been absolutely fantastic bags to work with, and I've tried to search out other bags, and to be honest with you, it just always comes back to the good quality of these, and having the little difficulty getting the Jetboil out is something I can totally live with in order to have these good quality bags. So if anybody is looking for some good quality fork bags and fork cages, I definitely recommend this system. And for the price, I really think it's going to be hard to beat, guys. If you need to carry more, then yeah, I guess these aren't going to be totally maybe your thing, but the cages themselves will work with any other bags. So if you're not going with these and you're looking for some inexpensive fork cages, I definitely recommend checking out the EXP anything fork cage. So anyways, guys, I honestly really can't recommend these enough. They have held out flawlessly through 5 years. So if you're looking for some good fork bags and fork cradles, definitely check out the Salsa EXP anything series. Okay guys, to close, I just want to say again, Happy New Year's to everybody. And I just want to take a quick second also to really thank, I'm going to try and do it from video to video, but in this one I just kind of want to take a quick second to thank Josh and James. They have a YouTube channel called From Here to There, and they're documenting their trip across Canada. So they take the time to comment on every video I make, and I just want to give them a shout out. Go check out their channel. They got a small channel as well, documenting their exciting trip across Canada. So do me a favor and go check out their channel. And anyways, guys, though, Josh and James, thanks a lot, guys. Your participation in my channel is very much appreciated. All right, guys, other than that, I just want to, again, Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope you guys get out there in 2025 and do something you love. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.